Welcome back to Cow Park Bros. Jason and I are fresh off the segment discussing the Miami Dolphins Tua concussion debacle. Coming up next, we're going to be talking about Mike Lindell and the MyPillow Dominion lawsuit. Jason, had you ever bought a MyPillow pillow before?
Absolutely not.
No judgment. I mean, I heard it's a wonderful product.
I didn't buy one before all this. I'm definitely not buying one now. If I had, I would definitely burn it and start it's that time of year now to where you start having like bonfires in the backyards. I would have started one with that pillow.
I'd look at it burning stuff like that, kind of like the way people burn like jerseys when people leave their teams. Like, come on, man.
Well, the difference there is those people actually felt some type of connection to that player, like LeBron when he left Cleveland or whatnot. I have no connection to Mike Lindell. Honestly, before the whole pillow thing, I had no clue who he was. Didn't know he was such a big political advocate for anybody, let alone Donald Trump. So no connection there.
He's a political advocate until Donald Trump. That's what makes the whole thing hilarious.
Well, in his defense, I'm sure he's not the only person who was brought to politics because of Donald Trump. So, hell, Donald Trump himself wasn't in politics before all this. So yeah.
That's what makes it sad. So, and true. Anyways, this article, Dominion Voting Systems defamation lawsuit against MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell can move forward after the Supreme Court on Monday declined to consider Lindell's attempt to block the case. Dominion is seeking $1.3 billion in damages, claiming it was harmed by unfounded statements from Lindell and other allies by former President Donald Trump that Dominion rigged its machines in favor of Joe Biden in the 2020 presidential election. Oh, geez. Lindell has denied any wrongdoing, of course. Lindell was appealing a lower court ruling that previously said the Dominion lawsuit could proceed. In that ruling, Judge Carl Nichols wrote that in addition to alleging that the claims were inherently improbable, that his sources are unreliable, and he has failed to acknowledge the validity of countervailing evidence, Dominion has alleged numerous instances in which Lindell told audiences to purchase MyPillow products after making his claims of election fraud and providing MyPillow promotional codes related to these theories. The company has adequately alleged that Lindell made his claims knowing that they were false or with reckless disregard for the truth, Nichols wrote. Damn, that's how they got him. They hit him with the promo code.
To be honest with you, I didn't even realize until you brought this up to me the other day that he was even being sued for this stuff. When I read it, the article, of course, I'm like, good. I mean, I know there are people out there claiming that about voter fraud, machines are rigged. I didn't know he was one of them. But the fact that he's getting hit for $1.3 billion in damages, that alone should tell you that, hey, maybe people like you need to shut the F up, spouting off things like this that we have no evidence other than theories in your head, which, hey, it's okay to have theories in your head. I get it. But like we always say about a lot of people when it comes to internet and influencers, which we're going to get into in segment 3, whenever your words have power because of who you are, not to say that Mike Lindell is a big celebrity, but because he's big enough and said these words, that's why he's getting hit with $1.3 billion. If you and I said the same stuff, we might get attention for the podcast, whatnot. We're not going to get sued $1.3 billion. But because it's him, now they have a leg to stand on when it comes to suing him. But the fact that the judge here says that the lawsuit can continue, pretty much the judge saying, well, you know what? Your argument to get this thrown out doesn't have merit. Let's see what happens with this. So yeah, and obviously this doesn't stop with the one thing. Obviously, he's had said other theories as well when it comes to Biden's votes being counted multiple times, some certain votes being counted not at all or whatever. And again, not to say he's the only person saying this stuff, but when people are repeating it because he said it, that's how stuff gets spread around. That's how certain insurrections happen on January 6th. Whether Trump said it or not, doesn't matter. Saying ignorant stuff. Now, let me clarify. I'm sure we've said some ignorant things on the show, but saying
Hey,
ignorant. Well, I said we. I didn't just say you. I said we. Even though, even though I really meant you. But yeah. So this definitely should serve as a lesson to anybody, whether they have power or not. Watch what you say. But at the same time, it's
at
probably not
least.
going to matter because anybody backing them up is going to say, "Oh, they're trying to sue him for saying the truth," blah blah blah, which is whatever. So people are going to believe what they believe. All these Trumpsters are going to believe what they believe because they can't get over the concept of that for 2 times in a row now, the majority of this country didn't vote for Donald Trump. One fact that people keep forgetting about the 2016 that most people didn't vote for him, and it just so happened that it happened again. But people were a little more butthurt because Trump broke a record when it comes to the number of votes. But so did Joe Biden, which is why Biden's president. So people can't get over that. I was thinking the other day too, why are people holding on to this man so hard, even though he lost the election? Because unfortunately, he still has a bullet in the chamber when it comes to him being able to run again. So people are still holding on to that
Run as
power of
many
Donald
times
Trump.
as you want, dog.
Well, I'm just telling you that's why people are holding. Because I was driving back from Illinois, coming back to Indianapolis. I got to about Effingham somewhere, and on the side of the road there was a big sign. It was a black sign in white letters that said Trump. Now, obviously, that couldn't have been talking about anybody, but I'm guessing based off where it was, they were talking about Donald Trump. And I'm like, and that's why I started thinking, like, why are people holding on to this guy so hard? It's like, bro, he lost twice. But because he can still run again, I think people are still holding on hope. So I personally don't get it. And again, like I said, I doubt it, but maybe seeing stuff like this, people will calm down, like relax. You can like Trump, but the whole rigging thing and all these other conspiracies, just stop. If you ain't got no proof, just stop.
Well, if you can't actually have proof, then you'll just make some up.
Well, that would be what Donald Trump calls our alternative facts, right? Is that what it is? Is that what it is? Did he say that, or his little girl said that, or whatever? I don't know.
Yeah,
woman, excuse me. She's a woman. Sorry.
But yeah, what's crazy about Mike Lindell is like, dude was literally just counting his money at like Costco or Sam's Club or whatever with all these damn pillows. Donald Trump didn't give a damn about this dude, and he ends up messing up his. I mean, he'll be fine. I mean, after all, if you had $3 billion or however much money he has, and you had $2 billion, to quote one of my favorite comedians, Chris Rock, you ain't starving.
Yeah, exactly. He's not going to be broke. And again, we're going to mention that same aspect when it comes to our next segment. But yeah, he's not going to be broke. But that's kind of not the point, though. You know, it's really not. And will he learn anything from this? Who knows? My guess is no. My guess is when all this is over, he probably still feel the same way. He might change the way he says things in the media or who he says it to, but he's not going to learn a lesson. He's still going to be the same way. Why would he stop? You think he's always all of a sudden going to stop? You know what? Maybe I should stop thinking these conspiracy theories and just move on. I mean, did Alex Jones stop thinking things? So maybe that's a good barometer because Alex Jones supposedly stopped believing all those theories around the time he got sued. So who knows? Maybe Mike Lindell will be the same way. So who knows? I still have my doubts. But yeah, he might not be starving, but guess what? He ain't stupid either. Well, put it this way, he likes money, so I'm sure he'll shut up enough to where he doesn't loot anymore.
Yeah, pride always comes before it's heaviest before the fall. So
facts.
Yeah, yeah. I may just buy one MyPillow just to see how it feels.
You're supporting Mike Lindell if you do that. You're helping him out after his money loss here. You're helping him out. Don't do it. Don't do it.
You know what? Republicans listen to the podcast too, Jason.
And good. Keep listening. Keep listening. Don't mean you have to buy a MyPillow. Hey, if they stop listening because you don't buy a MyPillow, guess what? They weren't true fans of the show anyway. We still love you, but listen to us anyway, regardless of the MyPillow.
Yeah. All right. And with that said, that concludes our segment on one Mike Lindell. And coming up next, we'll be discussing Kim Kardashian, of all people. Another dust up. Coming up next on Cal Power Bros.